Hello everyone. Uh, Hope you can hear me well and hope you can see me also. Just let me know whenever whether everything is working now. Uh, testing 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Can you hear me well? Just wanted to know if you can hear me well or if there's any kind of problem. Just let me know. So welcome today. It's really exciting to have you today. And today we're going to build something, and how we're going to build something, and that is the sound is not. Oh, okay. Give me a minute to solve that. So I'm going to try to solve that. I'll be right back.
I think I'm back. I don't know if you can hear me. So just give me a minute to know if you can hear me well. If you can hear me, let me know because I'm still trying to figure out if you all still. Oh, you can hear me. And is there also like noise in the background or something like that? Or has it? Oh, it's better. Oh, awesome. Uh, Super cool. So, hello everyone. Welcome all today to another stream in the Global Hungry. Hope everyone is doing well. So, what are we going to discuss today? Let me share my screen because first of all, I want to show to you a cool app called Tomi. So, this basically is a slide maker, but it works like with AI, I think. So, basically what I wanted to show you or what I wanted to show you is how can we build things for our community, and sometimes it is a little bit difficult because we want to do something for our community but we don't know how to start or which ones are the problems of our community and what we can we do for it. So this will have reasons for social good. So we're going to build something for social good. So let's first ask how to how to identify um, problems in our community. So the first thing I want to know, like the basic thing, is like to covering how can we identify these problems. So for example, what I've seen in my community is uh, I don't know, every time I walk to my college or every time I walk to the gym or something like that, I'm always seeing like these posters of uh, help me to recover my dog back home or my cat or something like that. And lately, I've seen that those posters are everywhere. So, for example, in that case, I can help my community by identifying that finding dogs and finding cats are a big trouble for my community. There has been a lot of um, ah, I love the word. There have been a lot of pets that are now on streets and no one can find them. So it is a very big problem for everyone, right? But but yeah. So now we're going to build an app like I said, the first thing that I wanted to show you is like this cool app that makes life for you. So in this case, it identifies problem, data and statics, package people, resources, environment. So let's see what this AI takes up. So identifying problems in our community. Identifying problems in the community is the most important step towards creating a better society. We must first understand the issues that are present in our adult solutions. That is true. This can be done by looking at the data that are available, as well as talking to people in the community to gain insight of their concerns. We can also look at the resources available in the community and consider how they can be used to create solutions. We will also consider the environment infrastructure by other factors committed by issues. By understanding the issues, we can start to create solutions to improve the community. So I think that is true. That's that's so true, and that inspires me. Or like I find myself like in a hackathon. Each time that we're in a hackathon, whenever we are trying to build some cool things, first we need to know like which one is the problem, how can we solve that problem, like statistics and things like that that can help us to identify in a better way the problem and if our solution is going to help solve that problem. So that instance can be a great tool for understanding issues in your community. We can look at demographics, economic data, or relevant information, blah blah blah. This can help us identify root causes problems. Super cool. We can also look to the data to see how the issues have changed over the time. This can help us identify trends on areas where the brain being made, areas where more needs to be built. Needs to be work needs to be done. By understanding the data, we can create more effective solutions that will have less impact in the community. And also, again, that is so true. So, uh, going back again with the problem of the pets of everyone, what I want you to do today is just to build an app of like a web app or something like that that in the future can be translated to a mobile app that is going to be a little more easier to handle. Um, that can help everyone to find their pets. So, but first, I wanted to say that I wanted to build this with everyone, so we can just brainstorm ideas, so we can all build this pet finder app, so we can do cool things with it. So if you want to go with me, I'm going to share Google Jamboard link into the description for everyone who wants to join. Just give me a minute to share with you the data, and I'm going to stop sharing here. And here it is. Awesome. So I'm going to share it with you right now in the Twitch channel chat. Also, if you are watching us from Facebook or from YouTube, you can also find the link in the description in the comment section of the video. So just let me share it to you. I read doggos enjoying the session. Like that is the truth. Which one are your favorite kind of doggos? Do you like golden retrievers, corgis? Which one is your favorite race? Here is the link to the Google Jam session if you want to join. So I think everything's now on. Just stop showing this. Okay, so also I'm going to share my screen in Google Jam. Give me a minute to share my screen into Google Jam. So awesome. Now we are on our Google Jam, and now we can start brainstorming. So the first thing I think we can have a name like, I don't know, Pet Finder for this time, maybe in the future. So let's see the main problems of finding a pet. Like the problems are that I think that the first one is like you don't know, you probably don't know in like how much has your pet walked to. So this would be a real problem. And also you don't know in which kind of direction has your pet walked to. All right. And also we cannot suppose that your pet is with someone or with everyone, right? So you don't know which direction. If you have any kind of suggestion or if you have any kind of problems of um, if you have any problem, if you have any kind of suggestion about any troubles that you can handle when finding a pet, that would be so cool. Shiba Inu and Golden Retrievers are your favorites. Oh, Jamboard link is not opening. Just let me know if you're having troubles with your Jamboard. Uh, so yeah, if you want to contribute with this, yeah, thanks so much. I think now it's showing, right? Awesome. Yeah, so we don't know how much your pet has walked, and we don't know how much in which direction in the pet walks to. What else? That can be maybe the great time where you pet finds someone, and that person is just handled to protecting your pet, and maybe you don't know that your pet is now in the house of other one, but that person is like carrying out of your pet. So maybe we can work in that, right? So we don't know if someone find out our pet and it's taking care of it. Awesome. And another question or another problem that we've had. We don't know how much cars it had. Hmm. Maybe well that's true. We don't know if our pet when was the last time that our pet like eat, and also if he like maybe wanted to just eat something or drink water. Mm, so that could be a great like a great thing to do, right? To uh, our pets maybe hungry or thirsty. So based on these four problems, I think we can try with our application. So for the first thing that we want to know is like, okay, now we have already the problems. So now how can we handle to solve these problems, right? So we don't know how much our pet has walked to. I don't know in which kind of direction he has like what has walked to. We don't know if someone find out our pet is taking care of it and our pet may be hungry or thirsty. And another problem is that maybe uh, maybe the persons of our community are not informed that like not everyone knows that I'm trying to look up for my pet. I'm finding out where my pet is. So informing our community is always good. So managing this will be awesome. So maybe our community, not everyone in the community knows that I'm looking up for my pet. Yeah, I think that is it. So what can we do? The first thing is that we don't know how much our pet has walked to. So for this problem, I was thinking of something like for problem number one, so for issue number one, we don't know how much our pet has walked to. So in an example that our pet, let me just try and find out a photo of our corgi. Okay, I have my photo right now. So let's suppose that I'm with my corgi and I'm I don't know I'm in this center of the city and my house is right here when where my corgi was. So if my pet did just disappear at a certain hour, let's try to find out like I think that we can handle to know like which one is like the medium of speed of each kind of pet, of a cat, of a corgi, Labrador, or golden retriever, or something like, or a Shiba. Maybe maybe it has to do something like not every dog or every cat has the same kind of speed. So maybe we can handle to cover out like the medium speed of each kind of pet. So so yeah, maybe in the case of a corgi has a speed of I don't know of 3 meters per second or something like that. So what I want to do with this is that okay, we don't know how much our we don't know how much our pet has walked to, and we don't know in which direction, right? So that for me sounds like a big radius, right? So for each time that it's passing out, our pet can be in different places. So so yeah, like what I was trying to say is that, for example, if an hour has just passed out, or 3 minutes, or 5 minutes, or 10 minutes has passed out, I don't know. My pet can be in a radius a little bit more smaller, but if there has like 10 hours, my corgi can be everywhere, right? So our radius is going to be increasing out its size like for each time. But maybe if someone in our application has just seen them out, or if someone has like seen our pet lately, for example, I don't know, let's imagine that this board is just Google Maps and we have like streets right here. Like I know that that's the worst street that you have seen, right? Uh, but maybe I don't know, maybe someone did see my pet in this street. So now I know that my pet is right here, and from that scene, I can work out again like the destination of my pet and where my pet is, right? So again, from the last time everyone saw my pet, I can just continue out trying to work with this, right? So again, from the last time it was seen, the radio can be increasing out, and we can be keep doing this until we'll finish, right? So so yeah, I think that that can, according to Google, is so around 10. Okay, so 10 meters per second. Wow, yeah, that thing can run. Oh my god, yeah. But yeah, maybe we can do that. Like just update the kind of the radius of our of the location of our pet, and like okay, you can find out our pet maybe here or maybe in that way or in this street, depending on the time it has passed to, and update again like the position of the radius or the location. And if someone has seen my pet in a location and which hour or the last time, um, just update again the radius, restart it from the start, so from a small radius, and increase again for each time that has passed to. So it can help us out to find out a little bit more easier my pet, right? So I think that kind of work for the problem number one and number two. So for number three, we don't know if someone find out our pet and is taking care of it. So maybe we can just have for that. I think that we can handle out with just a part of our application. Like we can have our application can have like um, if not a social media, because I don't know if building a social media is like the best thing to do. Maybe we can help out like having a section of announcements, or trying to vinkle out like to link out if I lost my dog, I can make an announcement that help me find out my dog, or the last time I seen it was in this time in this part of my city. We can handle all to just handle a post and to try to share out with that post a button that can help us to know if someone has our pet. Like, hey everyone, I found out that this pet. I don't know if it's from someone or if or something like that. So if you are trying to reach out your pet, it's in my house, it's in my direction, blah blah blah, right? Okay, so let's do it out. So for number three, like I said, maybe we can have just one chain add my screen. So let's imagine that we can have like a post that, hey everyone, I lost my corgi. It's a little bit faster. So if you find out him, try to reach out with me, right? So we can imagine we're going to have something like this, and a button, let's say, um, kind of three buttons I'm thinking of. Like, have you seen this? Have you seen this bed? Have you seen? Are you interested? Like if there's a bounty for finding the pet, or uh, are you trying to help out? Do you want to help out the pet finder or something like that? And like I said, having a section for making announcements, So let's make this section A, and for making another announcement, but for missing pets or for persons who take care of missing pets. Let's call this section P, and do something do something like this. Let me try to find out another photo of a corgi. Maybe we can handle out to find out have something like this. Like, hey everyone, I just found out that a corgi ran into my house and it has a collar or it has a name and a partner. So if you're looking for your corgi, just send me a message and let's just try to know. Yeah, let's just try to have to at the bottom like, is this your corgi? Yes or no? Or do you know if this is from someone else? Do you know if this corgi is from a friend? And try just to send a link with your friend or something like that, right? So it can help us to build that. And also, now that I'm thinking of like, how can we handle the problem that we know that our pet is like the pet is from like, how can we handle to know from which one is the pet that we find out, right? Like maybe someone says that, hey, that's my pet, but really it isn't. So maybe we need to identify, handle to identify. Who is claiming pet? The pet owner. So yeah, maybe we just need to ask some questions or try to figure out to. Maybe we don't really need to make that thing just to handle to have a section that explains, hey there, if anyone is claiming a pet and you are trying to and you have a pet or your pet before trying to deliver that pet to their home, try to ask some important questions like if the pet has some born marks or if the pet has some kind of characteristics just to ensure that the pet you're trying to deliver out is the pet owner, right? So, so yeah, now that we have done this, I think the next step will be trying to do this thing in Figma. And I think I saw a question that if this uh, is any kind of setup and requirement. So the answer is no, you don't need anything. First, we're trying to brainstorm all the ideas that we have, and in the end, we're going to find to fill out this application. So I think we're going to do it with basic React and JavaScript. If you have another idea of other suggestion, we can handle it out. So there's this platform called Replit that is free for all the students in the world. So if you have Replit, you can use it. There's like this Replit part that is called I think React Replit template. It's React plus JavaScript or plus TypeScript plus Replit. So don't worry about it. I think it is really complete with all the tools you need. So let me just stop sharing and let's go to Figma. Question: have you ever used Figma? When you are building apps, do you design first your interface or do you like to just go to code? yeah, it's good to have multiple pictures, so it's easier to match for the four patterns into the same result. Yeah, that one. Yeah, it can be a real problem. So yeah, do you use Figma or do you use any kind of design tools before signing out with your applications? Do you like to just jump in? And I'm going to share my screen and let's go to Figma. Figma. Where is it? Here it is. So we're now in Figma. Let me just first of all, are you seeing my screen right? Nope, you're not seeing. Awesome. I tried Adobe. Oh, that's cool. I haven't tried Adobe XD before, but I love to use Figma and I love to first design my applications before trying to keeping up real. So yeah, for Figma, let's try to just do something desktop, and for desktop, I'm going to use a desktop frame, and we haven't found out a really good text finder app. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT which kind uh, of name can we name our app with, right? So I don't know. To be honest, I don't know the. We are not. We have not started with our GitHub repo. We have not started with Figma. So I think Gary, let me know. Do you know what Figma is or what Adobe XD is? Figma is basically a tool that is the tool that you're seeing right now. Basically, it's a tool that helps you or helps us to design interfaces or user interfaces for our applications. Like we can start wireframing and making mockups that basically are like basic designs for our application or whatever we want to build. So yeah, um, I think now we're seeing some. Just let me ask ChatGPT like which is a good thing for Tab Finder app. So ChatGPT says, but I'm not sharing my just ChatGPT screen. Just let's button. Okay. Pause and Paul. Oh, I like this one. So we have two options. We have we have I don't know why it's not showing. Yeah. So we have pause and Paul, and we also have pet spot. Which one do you like the most? Again, we have pause and Paul, and we have pet spot. Which one sounds more hiker friendly? To be honest, my favorite is pause and Paul, but I like pet spot too. But I don't know, I like a little bit more pause and Paul. So I think we're going to keep with pause and Paul. So let's try to keep it up with pause and Paul. Okay, so we have already our design. Also, when you're trying to find out like a little bit more of inspiration, you can go to another page that I'm going to share with you that is called Dribbble or Behance. So let me just share the link with you. It says I can do some UI design in Figma, but I have issues with auto layout feature on Figma. How about Find My Dog? Find My Dog sounds cool, but what about if I'm trying to find out my cat or my mouse or my I don't know. I think there are a lot of pets, but I think we can just um, try to globalize this to dog dogs and find dogs and cat finder. So in case someone says pet spot, okay. Yeah, so the link I was going to share with you was this one. It's called Dribbble. Dribbble is Um, it let me share with you my screen again, and I think you can see. Now you can see it, right? So, for example, Dribble is a really good tool when you're trying to find out inspiration in some other designs, or if you're bad in designing, like not everyone is good designing, and not everyone has the ability to build awesome things or like clean things, interfaces or things like that. And what we can do is for just to try and find out some inspiration. So uh, Dribble is a great place to find inspiration. It shows you like samples of other web pages or other images that can help you to have a better idea of which kind of applications you want to build. So, and it has a lot of sections for discover, animation, branding, illustration, and also web design. So what we're looking for right now is just to create some web page or web application for finding our pets. And now the worst thing is we have a lot of information that we can take care of. And also we know that we're going to use maps and we are going to use something like that. So maybe keeping an eye of pet finder on something like that will be good. So all right, we have already found inspiration in pets, but now on maps, how can we handle to build a great web page with maps? So and that looks really good. So yeah, we can just keep having an eye on our pets and on our application and find out some inspiration, trying to find out a little bit more of this. So so yeah, I think like for example, this one looks cool for me. We can modify it, but for example, I really like how it is the map display on the right side of the page with a little bit with some borders on it, and, and yeah, maybe we can have just notifications, right? So yeah, I think now I have found the inspiration that I need. So again, stop sharing the screen and start filling out my screen on the Figma bar, right? Okay, so I think you're not looking at. Awesome. Someone else is Figma is simple. Figma is really simple. There's no code. There's no anything you need to install to. Figma is free. Figma also has uh, some plans for students. So if you're a student and you have a community or you have a team that also start learning to design or to build applications, you can have a team and everyone in the team can join to the Figma document to just start using the application. So for example, I use Figma for making my applications, but I also use it for making memes, for making slides, for making presentations or things like that. Everything works in Figma real well. And I think it has a lot of plugins. It has a lot of things that you can search for. And each one of them are like really cool. Also, you can start building like logos, applications, branding for everything that you need to do. So keep an eye out on Figma. It is real cool. So yeah, so right now we already have our custom file, and I think I have some commentaries. Which web technologies are we going to use to build this app? We're going to use React and JavaScript, and but we can see that part on the next stream because in this stream we are just going to design our app. So in the next stream we can just um, start doing our application from start. Why I like to design first because if I first want to know, like, I know which kind of design do I like to for my application, and after that I can just code it up. Because if I, for example, let me just do something real quick here, right? So for example, if I have something like this, and let me take a picture of my Google Maps. I already have this. Um, awesome. So let me just shut this up and try to make another appointment here. I'm just taking a screenshot from a Google Map. I don't know, maybe if I have something like, I don't know how this not taking care of that. Please load. So this is the center of my city of Monterey. So maybe we can have something like this, and I'm going to take it out on my Figma. Awesome. So now I have my my Google Maps screen. So let's suppose that I have my Google Maps here, and I want to know like which one is like the best position for it. And if I cut it up and say no, well I'm going to put it up like this. But in the end, I don't like it too. I have to spend time trying to move out to another part of the application, this component or this part of the application. But this is just a little example. Like I can also say, well, I don't like how it feels like right now, so I'm going to add some borders to it. I'm going to make it a little bit more smaller. I'm going to center up to my screen and things like that. You know. So if I cut it out like just if I go just to code it out up, maybe I can maybe in the future if I don't like something or if my team don't like something like well I don't like the fonts, I don't like the colors, I don't like how the distribution of the components are. There are some problems that we can have with our team or with any case. We can have multiple scenarios, right? So if that happens, I need to spend time trying to find out like different fonts, different colors, which one are the best ones. Then I need to find out like which one is the best way to display everything and hold it up. And maybe I don't know if my team is going to have to like it. So I would spend more time cutting it up like the new part of my application than the the app itself, right? So that is why I like first designing uh, before cutting it up, right? So yeah. So someone said that pet finders sound good or not said. So I think we're going to keep up with pet finder. So I really like how you type it. So pet finder. So now we have our pet finder. We're going to use something like a little bit more like this and make it more like really extra bold. Well, maybe we can use something a little bit more gray like this. Pet finder, and let me just try to find out like a logo of pet on Dribble just to use it for like an icon. And okay, I think I found something. Let me just remove the background and try to test it out in the Figma. So while the background is removing, we can code up like the thing we need to know, right? So okay, I'm going to put this right here, and maybe we can do something like Airbnb or like yeah, maybe we can do something like Airbnb that we have our cards right here, and for each card it says like, hey, help me come back to my home or help me to do something like this, and maybe it can display another photo of a cat or a dog or something like that, a corgi that can be displayed here and blah blah blah. And I don't know which one is a good name for a corgi. Like something brain. Queen. Hey, my name is Queen. The last time I saw Queen was on the first street. with 12th Street. And let's just try to change out this a little bit more. And this regular. Mm, try to do this a little bit more bold and this light. Well, I like it so light, to be honest. Okay, so now we have green and let's change the color of this. So a cool tip if you're trying to start designing is always try to use the white colors, and white has a lot of variations. So for example, with FA, I can now differentiate like my card with my background. So we have an advantage right now, and it looks cool, right? So Queen for 21st Street with 12th Street and Case. So the name is Queen. At the time everyone saw it was on the first street with the 12th Street, and some special characteristics like I don't know, like the colors of the corgi, right? Maybe it's yellow corgi, with uh, color, a red color, yellow, with a red chain because this corgi is gangster. So let's just try to up a little bit more this, make it a little bit easier. So I'm going to put it out in 28 and try to produce something like 22. And I think 22. And now we can start doing something. And finally, we can go this up. G. And oh, my bad. I think it's a little bit more, a little bit larger. Awesome. So now we can group it up and just try to middle up with our components. And awesome. Now we have the photo, and we can take up the photo of our application. And let me just put it up here. So we have Pet Finder, and I found a logo that can help us for our application. So we have Pet Finder, and let's just try to make it from the color of our logo. And awesome, now we have our logo. Have Pet Finder and try to make it up like -20. Yay, worked up, and trying to put it on the middle. We have our Queen, and Queen is going to be corgi. So Queen is a little cute corgi with little eyes. So maybe we can have this kind of photo. And I'm going to paste it out here. Right here. Awesome, now we have our corgi. Now look so cute. So Queen is a yellow corgi with a red chain, and last time it was seen was on the 21st with 12th Street. So what else? What other information can we add to the corgi? I'm trying to think of. Maybe add some icons will be great. Like, let me try to find out other icons. So again, if you are a student, you have your GitHub Student Developer Pack, so you can claim out some free icons from a page called Icon Scout. So you just try to redeem them. Icon Scout is from Lottifile, and basically Lottifile is like a library from web library that can help you to build some awesome animations. But also it has some icons and free assets like 3D illustrations, vector icons. Let me just share with you. share screen and lot of files. And try to just take up in this. But this is Icon Scout. Icon Scout has a lot of assets that you can use for your web applications, and that can be modified. You can use it in other ways, like it is a great tool. And also you can just drag and drop each one of these SVGs or assets into your Figma account. So try to take up a little bit of advantage with that. So yeah, you can try to find out everything you need for. So if you need illustrations, you can use them. If you need animations, also you can use them. If you need icons, you can search out for icons. So let's go just to icons, and let's try to find out some icons for name. If we have a name, we can just search for the icons section. And again, you can use them here and in your Figma. So, for example, here we have a dog named Batch, and I think we can just copy out and remove its background in another tool called remove background, and ta-da! Now we have another icon for our application. So let me just stop sharing my screen, and let me go to Figma again. Okay, awesome. So now you're not seeing, all right? So now you can see. Awesome. So now we have our icon from our icon scout. And a cool thing is that if you want to change the color of this icon, you can do it with Figma. Again, you just need to cover out with a square or with something. Try to select the two components and go to the mask tool, do a click, and ta-da! Your icon has changed. So for questions of visibility of this icon, we need to make it a little bit more darker. So let's just try to put something like this. I think with this, you can differentiate like everything. So let me just put it up a little bit more. Yeah, I think that size is good. This is awesome. And so now we need traits, and after that we need some characteristics. So let me just go the string or no last time thing. So if it is thin, maybe an I will be a great thing. So last time thing was on sometime, and let me put the I icon here. And also we're going to need something else like okay, so now I have my eye on. Now the next one, and I don't know what happened there. Okay, now yeah, now I think now, and I think we're going to use this one and just try to make it up a little bit more smaller and try to put it up here. So, okay, now we can identify the last one we got seen. And finally, the gel Corgi with a red chain is a characteristic. So for making a characteristic, I don't know which kind of icon we can use, but characteristic, characteristic. Why do you use Figma plugins for icons? Sometimes the Figma plugins are a little bit, how can I say it? Sometimes I have problems with my Figma plugins and for creating all these tools and for trying to use the Figma plugin community. And sometimes the icons that are on Figma are not uh, the ones that I like. So that is why I use Icon Scout, because I like a little bit more the icons that are there. And yeah, I think it's just question of preferability. And I like a little bit more to use Icon Scout. So yeah, yeah, I was looking out for a paid icon. So mm yeah, I think I have now the perfect one. But while we're doing this, also we're going to have something. I can think that we can have something like Google Maps, like the icons of the position of the pet. So let me just put this out and try to use a map here. Mm, mm, mm. And finally, I think this one, and ta-da! Again, change the size of it, and maybe we can just space up a little bit more each one of our components, like kind of padding. I think of margin is perfect for me. And also we need to, oh, I don't know what happened. Okay, so what is happening here? I don't know what is happening with the auto layout. So we can put 0 and put this in this. Let's do 0 again. And this 0. Okay, I think now everything is done. And we need to make it a little bit more smaller. And yeah, now it's working. So make it just like same pattern again. It's going to be cool for me. And try to center out this and add some more padding to this. Will be cool also. I think that is a lot of padding. So maybe 15. Yeah, 15 is good. And finally, I'm going to change this to some other dark color, like this one. And yeah, now we have our pet, and now we just can group up everything to try to test it out, copy and paste, and use the auto layout tool to group everything, and use auto layout and try to keep having more corgis with us, right? But instead of having corgis, we can have different pets like Labradors or I don't know. Let me just Labrador in a couch. Labradors are like my favorite kind of race of pets. Like I don't know, they're so chunky. I love them. And let's try to change this for a Labrador and say Rex. And also someone said Shiva, Shiva in a couch. This one is so cute. What is a good name for a Shiva? Mm, uh, Sailor. And finally, we can have a Chihuahua. Why not? Oh my god, they're so cute. It is going to be called Vicente. And yeah, now we have our pet. I think a cat is needed here, but we're going to do that in the future. All right. So yeah, now we have our application, we have everything centered up. And let me just center this up also. Well, I think not. We're not going to center anything. Yeah, I think this looks cool. And also let me put this a little bit more tall, like this. And Chihuahua. Who's going to be called Thanos? Is it going to be Chihuahua? Chihuahua. Okay, Shiva. Toshio for the Shiva and Thanos for the Chihuahua. I think it's a great name. Thanos and Toshio. Okay, so we have Queen, Rex, Toshio, and Thanos. So it's so powerful. Like he can destroy the universe with just one spark. So yeah, now we have our pets. Let me just try to find out the icon of the position icon, so we can just um, put up this. I don't know what it is. Mm. Oh, maybe we can use again like just uh, the pet icon or anything like that. So or maybe we can use something like this, like just try to share up the picture of the pet and try to put it in some kind of fancy way. Let me try to think of how to handle the design this thing. I think we can use something like for the maximum of this and maximum of that. And I think we can just try to, because it is a picture we cannot handle off. I think so. Hmm. Well, so how can we cover to build this? Mm, I think I got it. Let's try to make a square. With the square with just 100, 100, and we're going to put it on the center of this, and also we're going to put it on the center of this. So awesome, now we have our position. And let's try to fill out this with, can I do something like this? Like, I don't know. Let me just try to figure it out. Can I do something? No, I cannot. So let me just try to search up again for the pet in a couch, the corgi in a couch. Oh, well, the Labrador. Labrador sounds good. So can I put this out? Yeah, I can now put my Labrador in. So, I don't know about this. Maybe do it a little bit more larger. No. Well, this looks good, to be honest. Yeah, I like it. Let me just put another pointer here. No, I think it's this one. Right. And put it up a little bit more this way. And I think now it's a little bit more useful. Awesome. Now we have our pointer. I know that it looks a little bit weird, but it works. Let's just try to put it up a stroke on this. I think this stroke works well. And which color we're going to use for our stroke? I think white is good. Uh, and yeah, maybe no. What did I do? Awesome. So yeah, maybe we could put something like this. Like, okay, the last time someone saw Rex was on this part, and the last time Tasha saw this part, and again, have multiple pets trying to find out Rex, right? So what I'm thinking of is like each time you click on that pet, like the focus of the map changes the position of the pet, and um, and after that, um, the radio of the pet has like displays itself. So, for example, something like this, like oh, it was in like the last time 30 minutes ago, so it can be in this radius, do something like this, and add something like uh, I don't know, go to like 50%, and it's something like that. No, I think it's okay. Yeah, just put it up like this, and I don't know if it's all that I'm watching for 10%, like 15%, right? Yeah, 15% looks good. Yeah, for example, something like this. You do something like stroke, red stroke, uh, and again like 50%, not 50 so much. 20%, yeah, 20% works. Like, oh, okay, Rex is the pet you're looking for. Um, let's try to copy out this and just try to do something like this, like uh, I think other cards we can use here, but for displaying more information of Rex, right? And maybe we can have like how is it called? A carousel. Maybe we can have a carousel with multiple photos of Rex. So let's try to just make another frame. So this one is going to be also the color of Rex. And let me just fill it out with the same color as this. Uh, yeah, so okay, now we have Rex. Now we can have a carousel of photos of Rex. And with those photos also we can have information displaying itself, like um, the last time it was seen was um, 1 hour ago. So with this carousel, we can have this photos of Rex with a border of, I don't know, 25, 100, let this like 200, I think. Good. Different pictures of Rex, and let's figure them out. Yeah, like 25%. Good, good margin for each one. Okay, awesome. Now let's try to group them and to center them up. And let me search for more photos of Rex. So maybe you can put these pictures of Rex. And wow, this is like throat showing. Like look at him. Look at him. He do feel chilling. Looks fresh, looks fresh. And, and again, I just need to find out other picture. Why are the Labrador so funny? Like look at this Labrador. He hates you. like you didn't give him enough food, so now he's mad with you. Like look at the face, man. Look at the face. And he'd be chilling. Okay, so now we can see more Rex pictures like mid Rex, and put it up like this and use underfont like this. I think it's a great font. Put it a little bit more down here, and just put something like a button here. And which primary color are we going to use? So I think because our logo has yellow color, we can use the same yellow color just to try to make up our buttons and try to play up with that color. All right. So yeah, now we have our button. Let me put a little bit more border on it. No, I don't like it in this way. I like it to be a little bit more square. Yeah, something like this works for me. And now that we have this, let's just try to make it out like 60 per to 50 to 50, and now we have the button. Now with this button, we can just say something like a font rec a font rec, a scene rec, a scene rec, or what else can we have? Oh, maybe for this time these two it's just fine. And also, let me just try to take care of. No, let me select. No, let me select both. Okay, now group up. Now we group up, and we center it. Also, so add font rex and add scene rex. Oh well, but we don't have the information of rex yet, so let me just put it up here. And last time scene. Last time scene. 1 hour ago. And what else? Place or placing. Looking in at. Okay, awesome. So let me just change this to a little bit more regular or extra light. I think I like a little bit more extra light one. And change it up with something like this, or I don't know. I think I like, yeah, something like this is good. But let me put this into a little bit more regular. Yeah, regular works for me. So regular, and yeah, I think now we are good to go. Let me just put it up like this and put it up something like this. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't know what I don't like about it. I think it's just the bottoms are a little bit more are too big. So let's try to make this and try to no even smaller. Yeah, and this needs to be center up and this needs to be center up. And also just then center up and center up. Uh, I don't know. Well, I think I'll figure it out when, yeah, like they're too small. I think for now, I'm going to keep it up like this. There's something that I don't like about this, but I think I'm going to find out in the future. But yeah, now we have Rex. Now we have made Rex. Let me just try to take care of this. And let's imagine that Rex is center in the map. He was saw eating some vegan food in Big Iron. So yeah, uh, so if I pick up like I found Rex, it's going to put me on a page in the um, oh yeah, sorry, I was reading a message. So yeah, when you pick up like a found Rex, maybe a message to the pet owner who's looking up for Rex. Well, maybe you can send a message to that owner, and if you have seen Rex, maybe you can upload the position or the place where you have seen Rex. But now that I'm thinking of, if you saw Rex like at one time and someone else saw it like later, or yeah, if someone saw Rex before, we just need to keep uploading like the time when you saw it, right? So for example, if you saw Rex, I don't know, here in Mexico it's 10 a.m. So I saw Rex 10 a.m. in this place, but but the time when I saw Rex, well, but the time that someone else tried to upload the Rex position is before. I I mean it's later than that. We need to keep uploading like mm, based on the time, right? Yeah, we need to keep track of that. Um, okay, so basically, someone is asking what are we building. So we're trying to build a pet finder app. So we're just designing. We're not coding anything. This stream, we're just going to design like the main idea of the application. This is going to be a really basic application. We're not going to have like some really awesome things about the application. We're just trying to find out some pets because in my community I saw that there are a lot of posters of missing pets, or I'm trying to find out my home or things like that. So we're building an app for our application because it's the global heartbeat of social good. So, so yeah, we're just designing for now. We're designing just the pet application, and with that, we can start that. And we are like seeing which are like the main problems that we have. So, for example, with this, we have six main problems. The first one is that we don't know how much our pet has walked to. We don't know in which direction the pet walked to. We don't know if someone find out our pet and is taking care of it. Our pet may be hungry and thirsty, so going to restaurants um, or to places with water can be something critical for this. Another one is community knows that I'm looking for my pet, and also there's this problem to how to identify the person who is claiming the pet is really the owner, right? So so yeah, for now we're just building like the first page of the application, and we have like our pet cards with our names. And for example, we have Queen, we have Rex, Dashio, and Thanos. Thanos can destroy universes with just one bark because it is so powerful. And Dashio looks really chill. Also, Rex is chilling, and finally, Queen is I don't know which one do you think is the status of Queen? Is she thinking? Is she just chilling out? She seems worried, to be honest. Like, why are you going to deal with me? Are you going to find me? Are you going to use me in your applications? And Rex, in this time, Rex wasn't uh, there with enough food, so now he's mad. and this time Rex is chilling, and on this other time Rex is just happy. So yeah, we're building that. We're just building. She's planning to run away. Yeah, she's planning to run away. So yeah, we're just building that. Rex is looks likely to get lost. He doesn't have. Yeah, I know, right? Like this doesn't look like the kind of dog who just tries to go for a walk on. Uh, have bad notices. We have just 5 minutes left. So we have 5 minutes left. I don't know. Um, for now, do you have any kind of questions? Do you have some kind of design decisions that you want to change or anything like that? Uh, if you have some kind of changes or some kind of comments like, hey, to be honest, I don't like the colors of the presentation. Maybe we can change it a little more or something like that. Um, everything is welcome. So which kind of comments that you want to drop them up. I'm going to hear them out. And what we're trying to build is this Pathfinder together. So this is also your app, and on the next stream um, we're going to just keep it up with our the app building, but now we're going to start it up with. I can imagine that we're going to use the Google Maps API, and also we're going to use React, and I think it's called Bite or Byte, Byte. Uh, how do you pronounce this? Like the maybe we just choose a dark section. It contains a slightly darker color to differentiate from the non-filtered one. Oh yeah, okay, sounds good. I like that idea. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I know what you mean. Like the selected one is going to change a little bit more to. Oh no, it was not this one. It was this one, right? Do something like this and change it up. Like instead of using this, we're going to use this one. Well, I think I know what you mean, but let's try to change. Let me try to check up like which one is like the best color for this because I don't know which which color to use. But yeah, I like a lot the idea of making the darker. What is the part? Beta is the French means fast quick for 5 speed. Make it fit 5 speed. BT is in French means okay. Oh, awesome! I didn't know that 5 speed. Okay, so it's five bit, but 5 speed. Petit bit. Bit is in French means fast or quick. 5 speed. Make it quick. Make it fast. I like it. So I think we're going to use uh 5 speed. Five 5 Okay, so I think we're going to use byte, and we're going to use okay byte byte and um, do you want Slack? Okay, I think someone wants Slack. So I think the most active one was Indigo. Let me see if I'm still have some Slack. Yeah, yeah. I'm going to do that. I'm going to just search up for the um, Google Translate. Google Translate to type. So, oh my God, I cannot hear that. I cannot hear it. I don't know why I cannot hear it. Let me keep pronunciation in French. Up speak in French. Okay, yeah, like beat, like like. Yeah, I think it's like. Okay, so yeah, I think I have a stack for you. So yeah, bye. Awesome. So I think I have some slack. Give me a minute. Just give me a minute. I think I have everything waiting and trying to search them up. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Mm-mm-mm-mm. Not sure. For the one and 10%, blah 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 blah. Okay. Mm, I think I have them. I think I have them. Do I have them? Okay, yeah, I have them. So I have one code. I have one code of t-shirt code of GitHub. So I'm going to give it to Indigo because Indigo was the most active one in the stream. So congratulations, Indigo. Um, yeah. So I think we are going to end it up here. Uh, we're going to continue building this. So Indigo, please just send a message in the Discord channel, and I'm going to look up for doing everything with you, like putting your GitHub t-shirt code. And yeah, I think that's all for me. Thank you so much for being with me and trying to design our application for this time. And I think I'm going to see you on the next time. Indigo, send the message to the Go Hybrid channel so we can do everything. All right. So see you all. Have a nice day.